Kilarigbo Live TV.
There are death threats about the child already. There are social media cloud chasers asking for DNA. Who are you to ask for a DNA? If the police thinks that getting a DNA would help them solve the case, they are the only ones in the right position to call for such.
This matter is a matter of urgency because first of all, there's public misleading, there's a delay in investigation, and there is threat to life.
Justice for Mohbad.
Justice for Mohbad.
Justice now.
Justice now.
Justice now.
Justice now.
Justice now.
Justice now.
Justice for Mohbad.
Justice for Mohbad.
Justice for Mohbad.
Justice for Mohbad.
If Mohbad is lying, they should tell us he's lying now, openly. He said there was some substance involved, they arrested him, and we saw those videos on social media of the attack. In fact, when I saw that video, it was after months, and I related, so that is the video. Because I saw it also on social media, but it was just by basically all those normal videos that I see, because I don't really know them. It was later, and also this is the video. There was what's the name of this young man, singer Zino Liski. There were arguments, they were fighting the compound. There were officers of those people there in uniform. So the NDLA should come out and tell us what happened. They shouldn't cover up anybody, not even the late Mohbad. That's how we can get justice. But we have not had anything. Have you had anything, gentlemen of the press? We have also not had anything on that case. Nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows whether he was injected, he was not injected. Nobody knows if those hospitals was one of the things he reacted to. We don't know. That's why NDLA should come out and speak up. Police should investigate them, all the officers involved, and the autopsy and the toxicology should be released, so that we can know what was in the content of this body that reacted to or whatever that leads to. Like I said, we don't want to be making the mistakes, or probably not mistakes, but we are so preoccupied that we made in the past of overlooking issues like this. We are so much focused on political issues, not knowing that this is also politics itself. And we are not making that mistake again. That mistake cost us Mohbad and others that we don't even know their names. Apart from what we have done here today, we are going to write to the police. We are going to call the police. We are going to, like I said, the human rights issues is not just about fighting and protesting that we do, that you see us do. We also give counsels to lawyers, to families. We are going to follow up with all the lawyers and families involved in this case. And the police itself, maximum pressure we put on them. And those people, we are also going to officially drag them. There's official dragging and there's terrible dragging. If you are a criminal, if you are a cheat, if you are a liar, if you are injustice to the society, we can drag you officially. We have done it before. For those that know us, you know what we can do. So we are going to call out these people. If you know me on social media, you will know I don't joke. You know, we are going to call it and they will stop. If you feel that you can harass people and not bully them because you feel like some of us have your time, and those criminals, and you will see how we will focus on issues. Because they don't know how to focus on issues, they are just jokers. We will focus on issues and we will deal with you. So apart from what we are going to do, the police also will do something. The police work with Interpol. You can be all over the world and you still pay for your crime. So please, what we need, because you can say I was trying to pronounce their name, I don't even know them. So yesterday I was just watching several videos and I can tell you I was irritated. I was almost vomiting. You know, and we have politicians that are destroying our society. You say you have cause, you have charm, you have not done anything against evil and wicked people. 140 people just died in Jos. Can't you use your charm and look for those criminals that are doing it for us? No, you will not do that. It's innocent people that you can't say, you know, it's very terrible and sad. Very terrible. With all the problems in this country, use it with against all these evil people. 140 people was killed in Jos. 140 people. 140 people in this our country on the 25th of December. While we were celebrating. And you say you can cause, you are not laying cause on those ones, you are laying cause on a young boy of 8 months. Very sad. You know, so we are definitely going to pull up. We are not going to be lackadaisical about issues like this again. Agege, don't come to Ikorodu. What is wrong with you? You will not Even the king of Ikorodu now says someone not to come to Ikorodu. One gives some people so confident to say someone should not step here. All these things are terrible. Police said it. Come forward if you have evidence. There's even someone, additional Kabiru, Haidat or whatever. He expressly said it, that it was Wunmi that killed Mohbad. He said it. Does he know the implication of what he's saying? Can he defend it in the court of law? These are the funny statements that has been going on these issues. And I cannot pronounce some of their names because they are very funny names. We are going to call those names and we are going to read the law to them. We are all demanding for justice for the case of Mohbad. But when you have turned it to crime, bully, and so, in fact, there is information that the young woman have received over 5 calls of threat in private numbers. For what? Is that how we are going to get justice? You know? 5 calls, apart from those that are doing their social media thing. There's Westo Adekunle Adejumo. There's Perkins Rules. Perkins Rule. Please just be correcting me. There's Larry Omodi African TV. Afrila Dogun Omogba. All these funny names. Bukola Jesse. Kudi Kudi courtroom. Someone has a courtroom on social media. Temi Ku Pivot also. Parino. Papariano. Edowu Adebanwo. Baby girl. Teni Omologo. Mama Eshe. Veron. Ìyá blọọgì Kofi Lady S Tachi Adaku Okin ọmọ success Adaku ẹ wo ṣá máa correct me Okin gbọ́ wọn Sẹ̀lẹ̀ SA Kofi TV Laughing all sort of names. Now they are giving false informations, they are doing cyberbullying, they are making factual statements like they were there. They should take it down, because series of petitions will be coming in, and some of them will even travel to come and give evidence in court on these issues. False narrative, conspiracy, falsifying statements that the police have not told us yet. All these people, they must stop this, because you are putting people's life in danger. You are giving the republic false narrative. You are giving cyberbullying, and you are taking the mind of the people away from the issues onto unnecessary issues that does not concern me and you. And these things are against the law of the land. That's why I printed it. I'm not just telling you things out of emotions. They are strictly against the law of the land. Cyber stalking. I'm going to read B straight. Causing annoyance, inconvenience, danger, obstruction, insult, injury, criminal intimidation, enmity, hatred, ill will, needless anxiety. All these are on offense. 7 million, 3 years in jail. Hope they know. They should get their right acts. Retract those unnecessary statements. And if they have evidence, like the police have said, factual evidence, call the police and give them these evidences so that they can use it in their investigation. Gentlemen of the press, I will stop here.
A year old yet, but there are death threats about the child already. There are social media cloud chasers asking for DNA. Who are you to ask for a DNA? If the police thinks that getting a DNA would help them solve the case, they are the only ones in the right position to call for such. They are the only ones who have the right to call for such. It is not just one very white man or very black man or whatever that man's name is who has been championing the cause of a DNA. If the police thinks it is necessary to help their investigation, they would call for it. Enough is enough. You cannot say you are fighting for Mohbad, you are seeking justice for Mohbad, and at the same time you are putting his wife and child in harm's way. What does that mean? It only means you are not interested in the actual case. And I only see these things left to me. I see them as organized. Well
organized.
I feel like there are some people somewhere giving instructions to people to do this or to do that, to take people's mind away from the actual case. So these people are just a form of distraction. That is what I see them as. They are just distracting us, taking our mind away from what we should actually be talking about. If we get justice for Mohbad, or if the police at least gives us an update on what is going on, some of these threats against the wife and child will stop. At least if they can establish the cause of death first, even before going after whoever may have caused it. If you can establish the cause of death first, the wife and child in a way would be safer. But the continuous calls, we have seen videos, we have seen people interviewing another person who is not in any way related to Mohbad, who is not a police officer, who who is not the court of law, but then two people will sit in a room, record video, and analyze cases as if they are the investigators. And then they come up with their own sentimental opinion of the matter, and before you know it, it's everywhere. And we are in an age where people do not even pay attention to details. Everybody just wants to read headlines and move on. Nobody is interested in knowing the actual facts anymore. And the way the media space of this country works, a popular opinion is the fact. That is the way the media space in this country works. Once an opinion is popular, it becomes the fact. It becomes the truth. Nobody wants to know. Nobody is interested in finding out whether it is the actual truth or not. But the fact that an opinion is popular does not make it true. The truth remains the truth whether it is popular or not. And a false information remains false information. Even if all the whole population in the country believes it, it is still false. And this is why we are calling on the police, because in a way the police is contributing to the threats and harassment that the wife is facing. The silence of the Nigerian police is one of the things that is encouraging the cyberbullying that Mohbad's wife and child are facing. So the earlier the police speaks to us, the better for them. And for the family, if they are actually interested in seeking justice, they will stick to the issues. They wouldn't be a cause of distraction themselves to their own case. You don't get to come online, say things, go back to your house, say you are granting interviews. To who? Who are you granting interviews to? Bloggers. People who just need clicks. People who just want views. Those are the people you are granting interviews to. How are they going to help the case? How are they going to help the case? I am trying to implore the family, if you actually want justice, only if you are actually not interested in getting justice for Mohbad. But if the family is actually interested in getting justice for Mohbad, they better get themselves together and face the issues, the actual issues, not the distractions. All the people who have made threats, do they think that if anything happens to Wunmi or Liam tomorrow, do they think they would not be held responsible? They would be held responsible. So we need to understand that the earlier the Nigerian police give us updates on this case, the better for us as a people. Because when what I see in the Justice for Mohbad campaign is beyond Mohbad himself. It is about the many other people who have been victimized. It is about the many other people who have been oppressed by people in a higher authority. It is about the many other people who have died, the many boys on the streets who have died because they offended one Egbon Adugbo, and that's the end of their life, and nobody knows anything about it. So it is beyond Mohbad himself. It is about a system that encourages something like that to happen, and then people would go scot-free. It is beyond Mohbad. It is more about a system that allows it. So if we are complaining that Mohbad was bullied and we want to get justice for Mohbad, and you think the way to get justice for Mohbad who suffered bullying was to bully his wife, how does that even make sense? It does not make sense at all. Mohbad was 27. How old is his wife? The wife is even younger, and then she is facing all of this already with a child that is less than 1 year old. I'm not sure all of the people who even granted this interview cared whether the child was eating or not. I'm not sure anybody even knows if the child is feeding. Nobody is interested in that, because that's not what will bring them clout. The earlier we understand these things, the better for us, because as a society we need to how do I put it now? As a society, we need to bring ourselves to understand that when something happens to one person, it is not about that person alone. It is about the people it has happened to in the past, and the people that has the possibility of experiencing it in the future. So if we are able to tackle Mohbad's case as it is, and then we get justice, do you think that its reoccurrence would not be reduced? Of course it would be reduced, because people already know that there is a consequence for doing these things. People come on social media and threaten people's families. Oh, Toba Bieda Pade Milagede, it's not Pade Milagede, what will you do? Will you kill me? These things are everywhere. We have even seen situations. There was a trending video I saw recently of two ladies. This lady actually visited another lady in her house because that person threatened her on social media, on X, formerly Twitter. So the lady said, if they borne you, if you see me for person, you know, if you follow me, talk this and all of that, and that one took it to heart, found her address, went to her house. I was like, okay, I am here. What do you want to do to me? And then it became a street fighting. They were beating themselves, stripped themselves naked, and then people made videos for content, because automatically they have created content for content creators. And that is what we are feeding on today in the country. Nigerians no longer go to credible newspaper for information. They prefer this lover. They prefer Instablog. They prefer every other bloggers with sensational headlines. They don't care about the content of the story. They just want to know. See, if you go online, you would see that the newspaper with the highest likes, the highest retweets, the highest whatever, always have very sensational headlines, and people will not even click to read what is there, because that's not what matters. What matters is that this thing is popular. Of course, it has to be true. Everybody's talking about it, but that is not how information works. So please, I want the Nigerian police, the Take Back movement is calling on the Nigerian police to begin to take note of every threat that has been made against Wunmi, Mohbad's wife, and her child, so that we will not even have a reoccurrence of what has happened to Mohbad happening to the wife or the child. And we also need the Nigerian police to hasten up their investigations if they are not done with it, because we don't even know what is going on. They have informed us over a month ago that they were done with the autopsy, all of that, and we have still not heard anything. Suspects have been released, but some people are still at the receiving end of these issues.
Comrade Ayoyinka Oni, former coordinator of Take Back movement. This matter is a matter of urgency because, first of all, there's public misleading, there's a delay in investigation, and there's threat to life. The case of Mohbad has been on for months now, and the police started well in the sense of them coming out, giving a press conference and telling us what they will do. But unfortunately, they have not given us full details and full investigation on these issues. These full details and full investigation that have not given us are giving room for naysayers to come up with a lot of stories. So many stories that are against the characters of the people, his family and all that. And the police said when they started this investigation that if you have evidence, if you have more facts for us, come forward, give it to us, let's use it in our investigation. Many of these people did not do that, but right now they are rise up and they are saying these stories, and we are calling on the police. Don't allow this to continue to take place. Come out and update us on the investigation of Mohbad. Update us on his assault case, the harassment case, the threat to life case. Update us on his autopsy and toxicology report. What is going on this case? Update us on even what case is in court right now. What case is in a coroner inquest right now. Those are what the police should be doing. And also we are speaking to those people that are in the habit of harassment, the assault on social media, even phone calls, threatening the wife with private numbers, and they should desist from it. Because if a wife is guilty in whatever you feel she's guilty on, focus on the court of law to give justice. Don't get justice with injustice. Get justice with justice. But if those lies are cooked up, and apart from lies, they are threat to life from these people, I will kill her, I will poison her, I will kidnap her, they are going to face the law from all this, and they should, as matter of urgency, retract those statements, because it's against the life of these people, putting them in danger, can't walk freely, they're having heart attack, depression, and they're landing in the hospital because of this issue. So those are the issues, and we want the police and the government to have a matter of urgency, work on it and address it, so that we will not continue to put these people into danger on case that they don't understand. Thank you.
Kilarigbo Live TV.